Hey, how's it going? I'm heading down to the River Eden. You want to come join me? Hey, this is Kristian. Welcome back to another episode. As you can tell, we've rebranded it a little bit, but it's all the same. It's all good. I'm down here by the Eden River. I don't know if you can tell, but it's a beautiful day. You guys are stuck in school, and I am out here getting to do this, so I'm really spoilt and having a great time. One of the things that when you're down by the river or at the beach that you'll probably have noticed is, I'm going to try to get this shot in, is that when you're standing out in the sand, hope this is showing up, and as you wiggle and stand, and this is super awkward, as you wiggle and as you stand, what happens is that your legs go further and further and further into the stand, because the sand sort of moves around you and it doesn't really give you a good foundation or a good place to stand. But the amazing thing is that if you move, I move just a little bit over and I stand on a rock, right? Same spot, more or less, same thing, can stand here, and if I wasn't so big and old, I could stand on this thing forever and nothing would happen. And I think that our life sometimes feels a little bit like that everything that we're standing on, in a metaphorical sense, is just sort of shifting and moving, especially now with everything being so weird and new and different. It just feels like nothing around us is the way it used to be and the way that we want it to be, and it feels like everything is moving and shifting. We're having to wear masks and hand sanitizer and school and safe distancing and all that other stuff. It's just rough going, and it feels sometimes like we're sinking. At least I feel that way. And so what we're gonna do a little bit over the next few weeks is, as a group together, we're gonna talk a little bit about what kind of things do we stand on, like what kind of foundations. If you were to build a house, right, would you build it on some wet sand by the beck, or would you build it on some sort of solid brick, concrete foundation kind of thing? And the obvious answer is, of course, you need something solid to build your house on. And so the idea is that we want to try to do that with our lives as well. It's this sort of not get snowed under, not get moved around by all these different things that are happening, but build our life on something that really matters and that's really solid, and that's really something that will last for a long time. So the question I have for you is what is your foundation? What do you build your life on? Who do you build your life on? Is it friends? Are they the ones that sort of keep you grounded and safe and in the same, in a good way, in the same place where you feel safe? Is it your family? For some of us, it's probably our faith in God. And for some of us, it's other things. And so the question is sort of to think a little bit about, like, what brings me stability and what makes me feel safe? What and who can I rely on for all the things, especially now when things seem so different and crazy and weird, and even though things are sort of going back to normal, they're totally not at the same time. So I think it's really important to ask those questions and to sort of think about that. And so that's my challenge for you. I'm not going to have any answers. I'm not going to have any deep reflections or thoughts for you. It's more about, ask yourself the question, if you envision yourself as being a house, who or what have you built it on? And is that something that's solid, or is it maybe a little bit more like sand? And if it feels like it's a little sandy and a little loose and not very stable, then what do you do about that? And I don't have those answers for you. Nobody does but you. But I think that over these next couple of weeks, and we're going to talk a little bit more about those things and try to figure some of that stuff out together. So we'd love to hear from you. Let us know what you think. What do you build your life on? What do you think is more important than others? What gives you stability? What can we learn from each other about this? And what do we do if we feel like maybe things are really hard and weird and moving around, and we don't have that kind of stability that we maybe would want. So put the comments below, DM us, whatever you want, but we really want to hear, because I think this is something that we can all learn from, whether you're an old guy like me or if you're, you know, still in secondary or whatever it is. We're all in this together. We're all just trying to figure this out. So let us know. We'd love to hear from you. And with that, I'm just gonna say see you next week. All right, bye-bye.